Yo, what's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we are going to be doing yet another roster review. This time for a very, very, very good friend of mine who's been a member of my community for, it seems like, forever. He's a mod in my Twitch channel. I've had beers with him over at Ted O'Con. He's an absolutely top bloke, and I actually got him into playing the game about 325 days ago. So, super excited about doing this video for Mr. Psychohunter 30. And as I say, he's been playing the game for about 325 days. His total collection power is 2.7, near enough 2.8 mil. Strongest team power is 280k, nearly 290. War MVP 9 times. Check you out. Total characters collected 112. Characters at max rank is 13, and all-time arena rank is he's hit 65. So double excited to get into this. I know where he's trying to improve on. I know what he's ideally looking to do. So hopefully we can give him a few pointers and help him along that way. We'll see how it goes. But before we get into it, guys, please don't forget, if you like this type of video, interested in getting your roster reviewed, do not forget, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And if you do want to get your roster done, make sure you join the Discord down below. Drop me a message on Discord. I'm Shanksy, hashtag 1387. And I'll see what I can do. We are double booked, I've got to be honest. This has been far more popular than I was anticipating. But I will endeavour to do my best to get back to each and every one of you that's interested. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's have a little look what he's working on. So, he's got a pretty nice Nick Fury there, level 71, 64k, looking pretty good. 5 red star on that Nick Fury as well. He's going to be a 70-odd K character. Going to be a 70-odd K character once he gets that 7 star. Mr. Rocket Raccoon there at 71 as well. 4 red star. Groot, that's a very big old Groot. He's still working on Daredevil. Shield Assault, Star-Lord. So, you know what? Already got the makings of a really nice Guardians team there. Iron Fist at 50k. Luke Cage at 48. Daredevil at 52. So, very, very solid defenders as well. If you're going to continue working on the defenders, I feel like Iron Fist is massive for the defenders. Like, without a doubt. Massive for their survivability. Especially in U6. In U7, they don't really do anything. But in U6, they're a real solid raid team. Punisher at 45, Crossbones down there at 43, Minerva as well, pretty decent Minerva there at 45k, gear tier 13, I like what he did there, obviously, as and when, she's not really one of them characters that you can farm, but oh my days, is it a joyous day when you manage to pull an orb. Dear oh dear. So Thanos is in there as well, Shield Medic, already got Ultron, absolutely awesome to see, 5-starred there, so you're probably on your second run. Good luck with that. Still working on Kree Reaper down there. Managed to get 5 red stars on Agent Coulson. Very nice indeed. I would definitely recommend taking him up to level 71 as and when you've got a little bit of gold as well. Put in the Fury team. You've already got the makings of a real solid Fury team. Fury, Assault, Security, Coulson, Medic. You're there. You're there. You know, but a level 71 for Coulson gives him that extra focus, extra resistance, well and truly worth putting the extra bit of gold into him. Kree Reaper obviously going for that 7-star so you can get up Fury. Mags there at 5-star, Jugs at 6, so I'm guessing you're waiting for Mags to come back round. He's pretty healthy there. Marauder team looking good. Spider-Man at 7, 4 red stars, pretty nice. Pyro there. So again, you've got Kree Royal Guard already done. Kree Cyborg, I'm guessing. You're still working on it. It looks like you may have stopped working on these guys. You know, I feel like you may have stopped. What else is taking your eye off the ball on that one? Always see, it's a real big thing, right? The real big thing. A lot of people stop at 6 stars. Well, I'm one of them guys that wants to just bang it out. I just want to get them to 7-star, get it over and done with, and then sometimes, like the Kree team, never really look at them again. But I've got the Kree team and I can unlock who I need to from that. And yeah, I like going quite hard until 7-star. But I know quite a few people stop towards like the mid of the 7-star, around the 150 mark, and then just let the orbs do the rest. But it takes a bit too long for my liking. Captain Marvel there, 6 stars as well, very nice. Shield Operative, I'd stop working on immediately. Falcon at 32k. Now, I know you've said you wanted to work on Tech Wing, and that's a 6 red star Falcon, man. He is well and truly needed for some love in there, man, without a shadow of a doubt. I know you also said about your arena as well. I actually run my Falcon, who's 6 red star, in my arena. Both defense and offense, so he's well worth working on. Scientist Supreme there is absolutely huge. If you are going to be working on AIM, Scientist Supreme is the first one to work on. If you're going to be working on Tech Wing, it's normally like Falcon and War Machine are the big ones out of them ones. But as you're trying to work on Tech Wing, Scientist Supreme, Falcon are absolutely huge, and in doing so will improve those other teams tremendously anyway. Going down the list a little bit further, we've got Okoye, we've got Shuri as well. Shuri needs a lot of love. Shuri needs a hell of a lot of love. You've got 4 red stars on that. She's going to be really beastly. Tech Wing, I would say at this point, from what I'm seeing, Tech Wing has got to be that focus. And honestly, you find when you're working on Tech Wing, you're actually improving 3 or 4 different teams straight away off the bat. You know, Ultimus as it is, he's going to improve a Blitz team. Shuri getting there is going to improve either a Blitz team or the Wakandans really well. Scientist Supreme is going to make your AIM team absolutely huge. And you'll notice this a lot. I don't know if you guys have seen this in war defenses now. You're seeing like 60, 65, 70k Scientist Supremes, and then you're seeing like 30k's everyone else. But the trouble is, you've got to kill Scientist Supreme. And oh my days, that can be a right pain in the arse when she's 70 odd k. It's hard work. So it's working on the Tech Wing team, especially at this point, is going to improve so many other teams for you anyway. It's huge, it really is. Sinister 6 looking okay down there. You got Vision, Doctor Strange. I'll tell you what, it's going to be nice when you got your Supernatural team going. Although I haven't seen many of the other Supernaturals yet, so I wouldn't worry too much about that. Nobu for hand there. Carnage. Green Goblin's looking pretty damn good on 5 red star as well. He's huge in that Sinister 16. That's going to be a real nice bit of damage for you. Graviton on 4 red stars. That's going to be very nice for your AIM team. So if you are working on AIM, Graviton obviously for gear, AIM Monstrosity, AIM Security are very needed. But remember what I'm saying here, Scientist Supreme in my opinion is the cream of the crop, and just by leveling her up is going to make the whole team much more sustainable. AIM Security would probably be the second one I go after. Well, Scientist Supreme, then Graviton, then AIM Security in my opinion. Right, so we're going down there. Carry on working on Hand Assassin. Phoenix. Ooh, baby, that's a game changer. Hand Sentry, Hand Sorcerer, same Assaulter. This is all around the 15k mark. So everyone's pretty leveled out. I like what you've done. Although there's quite a few of these guys. Like Captain America, Colossus, Shocker. We see even further down here, they're all around level 40, 45s, 50s. Personally, if they're not someone that you're going to start working on, I normally take them up to about 30k as opposed to 50, 60. So taking them up to level 30 costs you 98k. Taking them up to level 50 costs you 600k. Big difference in gold. I'd rather spend that gold on the guys that are going to make a big difference as opposed to the min-hours that might help me get a few extra smaller points in the first rotation of Blitz rather than the whole thing. My personal opinion. But save the gold for where it is needed. And let's be fair, gold is one crazy resource. Namor on 3, Thing there on 3. So we're not quite working on a Fantastic Four team. Same with Elsa, as I said, the Supernatural team. You've got the bones of a really good Supernatural team there, but obviously a lot of other things to be focusing on so far. Same with Hela, same with Thor, and again, all these guys are level 40. Take them to level 30. It's real cheap, man. I think you've done the level 30 bit with AIM and Hydra. It's a good marker for me. It's a good marker. They still do well in the first rotation of Blitz, and then you're not going to use them anyway. AIM Researcher and Hydra Guard. So who we're missing? Phoenix, definitely going to be working on that. Mr. Fantastic, Mr. Sinister, Ghost Rider, Invisible Woman, Ultimus, Black Bolt, and Heimdall. It doesn't look like you had a very good crack of the whip there at Ghost Rider. Only 48 shards there, and that will hurt the old Supernatural team without a shadow of a doubt. Invisible Woman, Ultimus, Black Bolt, Sif and Yo-Yo, obviously, we're all missing them too at the moment. So, that's, judging on what I've seen so far, that's what I'd be working on. So let's have a little look at the save team, see if we can move anything around and help out from there. Right then, let's have a little butchers what we've got here. So the main team is the Minerva team. Absolutely fine there, looking really, really nice. Absolutely real solid team. Now, I noticed with your shield team, you've actually got Operative there instead of Coulson. Now, I would personally move Coulson into Operative spot and then start working on that. It will actually get you a few more points. Your Coulson is actually bigger than your Operative as well. So I'll definitely be moving Coulson over, moving Operative away, and then seeing what can happen from there. On Defenders team, I would actually move your positioning round. So I would use Luke Cage on the wing. I would put Daredevil next to him, and then Daredevil's going to eat the splash damage from Luke Cage's taunt. Therefore, Punisher will then attack whoever has splash damaged Daredevil. Daredevil's also got a really high dodge chance, so a lot of the time he actually avoids the splash damage and then counters. So just a slight moving around there and thinking about your positioning might help get a few of the higher blitz wins as well, even when you're facing the much higher multipliers. You've got your Brotherhood team there, everything's looking spot on. Nothing wrong with the position there whatsoever. Kree, absolutely standard. I think your Kree, even though, I'm trying to work this out as well, I think your Kree is actually the same power as mine, yet mine are all 7-starred. So it doesn't look like you've got anyone. I think maybe you've gone higher on like gear level or something. But yeah, they're about the same level as mine. Nothing wrong with that. I like Noble next to Reaper. I like that layout a lot. Not a problem. Again, with the positioning of the Power Armor team, I would have Rescue where you've got her. I would move Iron Man into War Machine's spot. And then War Machine and Falcon are basically going to be the ones that get through there a little bit. You haven't got a taunt or anything like that, so it's not a huge deal. But I would move War Machine over to the far left. Basically, you want to keep Vision alive. You want to keep Rescue alive. And if a lot of the time they target Rescue first, and what you don't want is War Machine to go down because he needs that AoE second turn, and he gets a lot of that offense up from Rescue. So I'd move him over to the other side, make sure he stays alive, and also just do a little bit more work on, if you can, a little bit more on War Machine. You know, you want his second turn to just blitz the map. Just ta-da, everyone's gone. So this is where it starts getting a little bit more interesting. This is where I'd start moving around things a little bit more. As I say, obviously working on Scientist Supreme is going to make this team huge, and it really doesn't matter how like crazy big you make Scientist Supreme, especially for defense. Maybe in Blitz it will make a bit of a difference, but in defense, you just want to as big as humanly possible. So with this Ultron team, it's looking fairly straightforward. There is a couple of people I would move around into it though. Obviously, Wakandan's looking good. Shuri is going to be the top priority there. And then from Shuri, then go Black Panther. From Black Panther, then go Killmonger. Don't worry too much about M'Baku and Okoye as and when. Spider-Verse are looking pretty good. I can see why you've made that team with what you've got. I can totally understand where you're going with that. I would move Winter Soldier out of that team, and I would put in a different brawler, even to the point of maybe making this a smaller team by putting in Spider-Man into the brawler team. I feel like Spider-Man brawler would be a much better spot for you. Or let's have a little look if we've got another brawler that we could put in there. Let's have a little look. Not yet. Not yet. You know what? You could even put Thing in there. You could move Thing away from this team and even move Green Goblin into the Sinister Six, but there's personal preference there. I notice you've got Operative here as well as up here. Sorry, bear with me 2 seconds. As well as up there. So yeah, I'll probably be trying to move Operative, say moving Coulson into operative. Then we'll replace someone entirely with that. I would move Doctor Strange into this team here. And I would probably put him in place of Mantis. So Mantis, you've got a really, really big healer there. But she doesn't do a huge amount of damage. So to make that team a little bit more winnable in Blitz, I would be moving Doctor Strange into that team. Moving Mantis out of that. Maybe putting Mantis with Ultron. Then from Ultron, you could put Wolverine into the Brawler team. Now, all type of things like that. Be working on Miss Marvel's passive, sorry. So all the Brawlers always attack. And that becomes a real strong team. For War, for Blitz, for absolutely everything. And again, I would be putting Thor with Loki as well. So I see Thor down here. I'd be putting him with Loki. Moving him around a little bit. Ant-Man, Wasp, definitely keep them together. Sinister Six, you could make into a complete team at this point in time. And then this is like the non-Red Star Blitz. So you could move American Chavez into your Brawler team instead. So yeah, American Chavez into the Brawler team. You've got a lot of different options there. I feel like Winter Soldier's like the real weak link of that team. Try and put Thor together. Move Doctor Strange into this team, so you've got the makeshift, the backbone, as it were, of the Supernatural team, and I feel like that will help you out a lot. Merc Lieutenant could go into a harder hitting team. You could even put him down into this team and maybe move Bullseye up. And then you're going to have that Merc Lieutenant offense up, Yondu's massive blitz, where it's going to hit everyone. And maybe Bullseye might be better situated in this team for more sustained blitz wins, if that makes sense. Looking down, wave 1 Avengers, nothing wrong there at all. You're using Deadpool in the Brawlers team, so yeah, that's why he's not with Cable. It makes sense. And yeah, so there's quite a bit that I'd be playing around with the teams there. So it looks like you've got the fairly straightforward meta teams, you know, and then start thinking more about the placement of these guys. The beauty about Ultron is you can really put him with anyone, and he's probably going to win at an 8.3 multiplier. He's just going to win. You know, he's absolutely awesome, providing the punch-up's not crazy and RNG dependent. But most of the time, he's going to win. So don't think too much about building a team around Ultron. There's definitely people that you can move around without that, you know. Like, Ultron's done and dusted. Wakandan's there, AIM's there, all well and good. Spider-Verse is fairly solid. You could split Spider-Verse up and start moving them around with other people, but that's a fairly solid team. Definitely get a Brawler in there. Move Coulson up to your Shield team, then replace him with. You could even move Thor into that team. Then he's with Loki. I think you've got Hela as well, if I'm not mistaken. I did see a smaller Hela, probably about here. So we have got Hela. You could move Hela in there as well. Yeah, there's a lot of like off-standard teams that you can start doing without a shadow of a doubt. But I feel like a few, like just even with the characters you've got, just moving them around a few bits and pieces is going to help you blitz out massively, man. Absolutely massively. So right, guys, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Psycho, mate, I hope it's helped you. And guys, let me know, let Psycho know if there's any movements you would make or any suggestions to improve his roster even further. So as I say, Psycho's been playing for about 325 days, roughly about $200 spent on the game. And yeah, hopefully that's helped him out. Hopefully that's helped you out watching it as well, and you've learned something about placement. I know I tend to ramble on a little bit. Guys, as always, like, follow, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you want to talk to me in person, you can find me over on my Twitch page, which is www.twitch.tv/Shanksy. I hope to see you over there. If you want to get your roster reviewed, hit me up on Discord. And until next time, take it easy.